doing a little side quest. So this is a shed I got out back. It's been neglected for a while. I want to get it cleaned up so I can actually use the space again. Maybe I have room to make like a mini set to do some filming in miniatures. Maybe a little bit of stop motion stuff, who knows. Having to walk on stuff. And there's a lot of dirt and leaves and everything in here. That's because this ridge vent that runs the full length, the people who built the shed didn't put foam and stuff in there that's supposed to block everything. This door keeps opening and closing. They didn't put the foam in there. I got a roll of foam to go up there. I just need to get this cleaned out so I can actually, take the ladder and get up there. And I can use some things like saw, drills. This is a big foam cutter I built before I got a Proxxon, which this will still get some use. Just because of the size, you can do big pieces of foam on it, which the foam I have out here is covered in gunk. But another reason I want to get this all cleaned up is so I can insulate it, because in the summertime it is unbearable in here. In the summer it'll get over 100 degrees inside of the shed, and then I can just do nothing. So yeah, side quest. I'm gonna be getting this cleaned up and organized much as I can, since it's getting fall and the weather's nice. One thing, this big box back here, which kind of hard to see, is a bunch of wood in the way. That is was going to be an oven for foam latex for like movie special effects stuff. I bet there's sap coming out the wood. I built it and then never ended up using it. I have no idea what's back here. Anything could jump out and murder me. Doors all. Oh god. Okay. They're alive. Yeah, there's a little heater down at the bottom. It's all foam. This I'm going to take apart. So I can actually use this corner for wood storage, so then this table can actually get pushed back there to open up this space some more. I wish I had another place for the lawnmower. I might be able to figure out something in the future. That back there. What? It's on autofocus, but it's making me manually focus. Anyway, that back there, it was the start of a gaming table for Warhammer. I had an orc army, so I was going to make a whole junkyard. That door just keeps. I don't have any good storage for whole tables, so I think what I'm going to do is just cut out that scrap, just made from sprues and various bits and stuff. So I can just cut that out for a good junk pile for rough terrain or something. And it's kind of flat in the middle where a building could get plopped down. So yeah, so I'm gonna, it's broken tools. Gonna try to figure this all out to get it clean and usable once again. I also had to fix this. I have one of those mobile air conditioner units, but as you can see, the sun just killed the vent there. So I had to get a replacement for that. Yeah. So that's about it. I'll probably pop back in once I've made some progress. So I got everything off the top except for this here. Found the outside of the road. There's the rest of a cow skull that went with that. I'll just put you there for now. They're smart enough to put this on wheels. Afraid to look behind here. Yeah, I thought this was a good idea at the time. Having a big craft oven, but it has actually never been used in about, I think I made it 10 years ago. So yeah, I think it's about time to take it apart. This is gonna take a while. It'll probably be boring just watching me, so we'll be back. I just thought this was funny. I got all the screws out. It's been there so long, it's just, there we go. It's just kind of part of it. So this one and that one at the bottom have some stripped screws. Both the top one, funny enough. So I think what I'm going to do is take the panel off and get to it better, so I'm not crouching down just trying to break it. But yeah, I might have used too many screws when I made this thing, so I can get my El Cheapo drill and start. Yeah, good. I got these two hands. Start doing the thing. All right. Yeah. So I got all of those screws out, and there's a few screws on the inside. Got all those. That only took about 10 years. So I have the two strip screws. I think I'm just gonna rip this off So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, it's on wheels. So we'll put a foot there. Okay. Huh. All right then. Ta-da! Took me 2 batteries worth. I got through all of one side of the doors. Batteries are pretty old, so but I'll let 2 of them charge as much as I can charge at a time. Charge overnight, where before I let it charge for a few hours. So hopefully we get a bit more done before we got to swap batteries again. So yeah. Let's go. All the sides are off now. On the same battery charge too. So just have the frame in the bottom to take apart. There's all of the focus, please, please. Autofocus doesn't work. We manually focus. So all the hardware, a lot, way too much. Looking now after taking it apart, way too many drywall screws. Hinges, locking stuff. It's actually kind of therapeutic to take apart something, even though it took a lot to build and plan and everything. It never got used. Like I said, it was probably 10 years ago. It's just been sitting here collecting roach poop, and one of those boards has spider eggs on it somewhere. Oh, well, there's one. Not from this, but you know, there's lots of spiders in here. Anyway, it's actually kind of therapeutic taking apart an essentially failed project. Not failed as in it didn't work, because it did work. It got up to temperatures I needed just using a hot plate in the bottom, and this for kind of a recirculation deal. There's a fan up in there just to keep the hot air pumping back into it and everything. But I'd bought some foam latex and everything, was going to try it, and it never happened. Ended up getting rid of the kit, and it's just been sitting here doing nothing. And taking it apart feels kind of good, because now it'll give me space to organize some more and do some new things that hopefully I succeed at and actually complete. And that's part of the purpose for these videos, to keep me motivated. That's why I'm even doing a little video, this little side quest, working on this while I'm 3D printing some teeth and have to wait a few hours for those to get done. Yeah, hopefully in here I can get a better setup, have a table, bring a tripod in here so I don't have to just keep holding the camera, and can do some bigger projects out here. Well, I'm gonna get back to it. So, yeah. Got the top taken off. And this is a problem how my brain works. So, I see this. I think, oh, gaming table. And I could have 2 towers and run LED lights and stuff up through them, or something. Because look, there's already a frame. I should just leave that on, which I might do. But I don't need to get distracted and start something new, which has been a big problem. It's just getting ideas for stuff just into the brain. Now you have to pivot. So I'm gonna tear the foam out and just set this aside and not think about it. Yeah. So got it flipped up on the side. And you know, I mentioned spider eggs. Egg. 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 Egg, 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 egg. I think they're Black Widow because that's what I've seen the most in the shed. So. Alrighty. It's getting there. We're getting part. Woo! Well, maybe those were your eggs. Maybe. Just swinging, swinging, swinging. You ever see that video of the raccoon gets some cotton candy and then he goes to wash it? It all goes away. That's a sad video. It's a metaphor for life. Let's return you to nature. Dun, 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 dun. Spider stick, spider stick. Does everything a stick can. Carries some eggs, then it gets tossed. Look out! It's spider stick. The dismantling of the foam oven is done. That frame's still on there because those screws would not budge. So there's a lot of wood I can use from it. This I don't think I can use. I want to insulate this like I said, but it's going to be much thicker foam board. And I don't think it's good for terrain. Just from the hassle of have to peel all the reflective surface off. These boards are in the trash can, not because they're trash, but there's screws and stuff stuck with them, so I'm gonna take it and kind of cut around where the screws are so I can still use the rest of the wood. So, yeah, like I was saying before, it's kind of therapeutic to dismantle something I made and I spent a lot of time and money on, because wood's not cheap, and it just sat as a failure basically because it was never used. Because I'll get these ideas and get super hyper focused on doing that idea, and either I get bored with it or the next part doesn't work out. With that, I was getting into special effects stuff, and there's a filmmaking community in town, and I was starting to do some stuff with them, but it all fell to the wayside. And COVID might have been a part of it because things slowed down, but I don't know. I kind of, in the back of my mind, no one's told me this, but I've run into some of the people and said, like, hey, if you're working on anything, let me know. And they're like, oh, yeah. And then they work on stuff and don't let me know. So in the back of my mind, which it could not be true, but I just kind of feel I've let people down, like not meeting deadlines or jumping around projects too much and just being kind of scatterbrained. Sweeping with one hand is interesting, by the way. So I'm hoping to change that. Even if I never do that kind of stuff again, and just focus on my own things, where the only person who I could let down is me. Alright, I'm going to put the camera down so I can actually sweep with two hands, get some of this cleaned up, so I can move the wood just to get the mower back in here and take a break. Alright, well, thank you.